You've been at Dance Mission for a long time. You've been here since it's been third wave.
Yeah, third wave. Yeah, I moved here in '87, so third wave had already been here, and they had some other dance studio way before that. But third wave had been here, and I worked the front desk.
Really?
Yes.
That's how you came in? I didn't know that.
I worked the front desk in exchange for classes.
How old were you?
I was young, mid-20s, and my son was a little guy, and he would eat his little burritos and do his homework, and I would work there and then take my classes.
How did that work from
I always wanted to be a teacher because I had this deep-rooted knowledge, just premonition that I was a good teacher, and I was right. I'm not tooting any horns. I just know that I'm a really good teacher.
Yeah.
And so I just knew I was just ready for it. So I started teaching kids first, not here, but just in different places, and then and I was teaching jazz because I did jazz, and then because everything got so, you know, trendy to be a hip hop dancer and to do hip hop, you know, I incorporated hip hop into my jazz and then perform with hip hop and stuff. But then when I was offered to teach hip hop here, I had a lot of people at first were like, she's a jazz dancer, why is she teaching hip hop, right? So I was very, very, very focused on becoming, you know, trying to just do hip hop, not put a jazz turn or anything, or just keep it really, really clear that I was teaching hip hop. And so then, you know, doing this for years and years and years, and then one day I said, you know, I miss jazz. I miss teaching it, and I used to do it, and so I started teaching jazz, and everybody was like, Micaya doesn't do jazz, she does hip hop. Why? So I was like, oh my God, really? We have to go through this again?
Yeah, the reverse.
Yeah, people can, and I've done, back in, you know, the day, I've taken modern and different African styles, West African, Senegalese, Haitian when I moved here, and Brazilian stuff when I moved here, modern dance, salsa, of course.
Yeah, I see you at the club.
Yeah, but I didn't really take class. I just learned at the club. I really did. Just refused to learn officially. I did.
Like, what's great about Mission the Mix, I think, is that you have, you know, Soul Force and these other, you know, companies along with students. Yeah. And then the students get to kind of dance side by side. Yeah. And next to these folks who have more experience, and both just with the technique and with performing. Yeah. That's what I like about it. What do you like about it?
I love it. I love it because what happens is a lot of things. Number one, I can create on my own dance company, you know, my little play toys. I love them, and, you know, we have such a sacred space that we create when we rehearse, and so I can have a whole new repertoire with them. I love it because of the up-and-coming companies that I can invite that are from the community, and it still has my hand in the community. Because when I started, the festival got to this caliber of, wait, you know, you have to be this particular skill level, professional level to be in the festival, and it excludes a lot of the up-and-coming companies. And I didn't like the fact, because I've always been about the community. Yeah. So I didn't like the fact that I was excluding, so I liked that Mission the Mix did that. And then lastly, I love the elevation and the evolution of the students, because what happens is, you know, throughout, like you said, them being on side by side with the other companies, they learn from each other. I really feel like students deserve a chance to learn how to perform, and they usually don't. And a lot of times it's a catch-22 because people say, well, I won't let you perform unless you have performance experience. Right. Well, how are they going to get it, you know? Or they do these workshops and they perform once. Yeah. For me, it's a consistent thing. It's a luck of the draw, you perform once or twice, but I make them perform 6 times so they understand the consistency it takes to go out there every time and you know, give a good performance every night. Yeah.
What I'm interested in is the Hip Hop Dance Fest. In the beginning, were people really into it and excited by it, or did you meet a lot of pushback?
Well, first of all, to clarify, it was the first festival of its kind. They had other shows that were more like battles and competitions and things, but so far, as far as I know, there's no other show that has done the kind of festival that I have done. That is the SF International Hip Hop Dance Fest, and it was not heard of at the time, 15 years ago, to have hip hop dance in a theater, recognized as an art form, have dance critics attend, have people come and sit and appreciate it, have dancers, have dressing rooms and a stage, you know, hip hop dancers, because before that there wasn't the outlet, and so people that I ran into were very into it. I mean, as far as the whole community supported it very much, and it was incredibly exciting, and everybody was into it.
12th, 13th year?
No, 15th.
15th?
Yeah, 15th year. You know, I mean, also we're talking about 1999, and the word hip hop still had a lot of really bad connotations to it. You know, that was an interesting thing, but I think just by being the beam of light that the Dance Fest is, wherever we went and whatever we did, we kind of dispelled all the myths that people had in their brains about what hip hop was about, what hip hop people were about.
Right.
Yeah. It was interesting. I get some stuff from just different things. Every year, you know, you're gonna get it. 15th Annual SF International Hip Hop Dance Fest, November 22nd, 23rd, 24th at the Palace of Fine Arts, sfhiphopdancefest.com.
Woohoo!